Hello, welcome back to Slay the Spire. What the heck? That's a different video game. I did tell you that in the last episode I said I would get another video out to you sometime this week. Also in that episode I said I don't know when you're watching this, but I hope it's soon, and I recorded that 2 weeks ago and it still hasn't gone up yet because I haven't recorded this video yet. However, I finally worked up the motivation to play one run of Slay the Spire. Oh baby. Let's get to it, shall we? Noita's on the way. I'm going to record some Noita at some point as well. However, it's tough because these videos take a very long time to make. Not like make as in it's just, it takes a lot of time to play a run of Slay the Spire to the best of my abilities, right? It's very difficult, and like I could be cutting these videos up into 3 30-minute segments or however long they are, but what I do instead is I just put them up as raw footage because the breaks would be awkward, and also then you'd have to wait. This way you can just decide when you watch the video yourself. Anyway, we're playing the Silent today. Let's get to it. As I'm going to try to remember to do at the start of every one of my videos now, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you so desire. I wouldn't say it if it didn't matter. Getting into it here now. The Silent is my worst character by a lot. I think she's the hardest character for sure. She's mostly difficult because there's a lot of things that kill you in Act 1. It's not Slime Boss, at least. Goes without saying, it's late. I also don't know when you're hearing this video. Whenever you are right now, I hope you're doing well, though. Hexaghost and some interesting pathing. Okay, what do we got? Next 3 combats. So, as I play more and more, it's weird. There's a potential for elite, but if I miss that, the tangible benefit here is none. It is just a negative. I like this. I like this pickup. I like taking enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP, but I think I like it because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to think in those first 3 combats. It gets us through half the act in a short amount of time. It's like on the meta level of making sure that like health and money are doing well, I think that this is not bad, but the meta level outside of the meta level, which is the meta level as it pertains to me, this is a really good take because it lowers the length of these episodes by like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, which is really funny. As I think about it now, I like next 3 combats not for what it does for me in the game, but for what it does for me outside of the game. However, we're trying to be better at the video game. I'm not trying to speedrun. I'm not actually like, when I talk about it in this manner, it makes it sound like recording is a chore, and it is not. I enjoy making these videos. However, it's funny. I can make another video faster if I click this. Anyway, so choose the colorless card I think is really bad, and I've talked a lot in this series about how I don't want to do boss relic swaps because I am learning the game for the first time, it feels like. All of that being said, I'm gonna take the lose all gold to transform to here. I would actually be taking next 3 combats if it weren't lose all gold here. However, usually in this slot, when you give me the choice to spend my gold, I like it. Gold is renewable, it's easy to get back. Transform 2 is pretty cool. I'll transform 1 strike and 1 defend into quick slash and catalyst. Quick slash is just strictly better than strike, and the catalyst we will see. We will see. Okay. We're gonna be a few yawns mixed in here. It is late. You know how it is. Still haven't recovered from daylight savings. I think we're not gonna go to this Flame Elite. I tend to have a way about me here where I focus on one specific start to the run. Like, I've looked at this map 2 or 3 times now, and I've only looked at this area. I should take a look over to the right as well. It's bottlenecked into this Flame Elite, and a Flame Elite in round 6 is scary. I should at least consider it, but I think that it's bad, especially going to a shop is bad since I just gave up all my money. So I'm gonna look at this path. Right? I think it's this path, and then we go up to this Elite, and then we pivot over to here. It's a lot of fighting, which I don't like. However, every path in the second half is a lot of fighting, it looks like. Maybe I do go here. I'm gonna go here. This is it. Locked in. So I'm not gonna go through the minute to minute of the combats. I don't really, in the early game anyway. It's not necessary. You know the deal. I play the cards that make sense. Maybe later in the combat I'll talk it out. It's interesting as well. I do this in Monster Train. Like right here I should have probably double struck, or double defended. That one you can spend a little more time thinking about, but it's a difference of 3 HP, which does matter. Anyway, backflip, dagger throw, and outmaneuver. I'm going to take backflip here. So outmaneuver and dagger throw. Outmaneuver I do not like as a card. I think that there are circumstances where this card is good, however I have not yet found them, basically. I have not had the run where I go, oh thank you, outmaneuver. Dagger throw is good, however I did trade away a defend for a card that is not defensive. So even just taking defend here is good. Defend with an upside is even better right now. We're going to try and limit the number of times we have to fight enemies. The upgrade is nice. Upgrading Quick Slash or Neutralize here is really good. Transform is cool as well, to change a strike into something else. The risk is that if I change a strike into a card that is bad, it's really bad. I'm gonna go upgrade. I'm gonna try taking a more linear increase in power. The transform power spike is questionable at the best. I'm uncertain about it. However, I think I just survivor, and then I can take 0 on this combat, so I should. Yeah, the transform, I mean, the risk by taking the transform there is, like, your worst cases come about where it's like, oh yeah, and then I just get another catalyst and die, or something like that. I figure it's better to err on the side of caution there. However, you may find yourself wanting to take a different path there. Each of these cards is really good. Deadly Poison is just better than Poison Stab. Poison Stab is a little more upfront, but Deadly Poison is going to be better for a long term. We have the upgraded Quick Slash as well for early game upfront damage. Piercing Wail is good, it's very good. You could probably add like 20 of this card to a deck and be happy. 20's maybe a little much, but you get the idea. It's a really good card. But I'm going to take Deadly Poison because I want to start to shore up our offensive plan. It's really weird to come at this game after playing so much Monster Train, because this is a game where I have to build this deck in a way such that I have a lot of cards working in harmony, if that makes sense. So I need to build in a way where I have multiple sources of poison and multiple sources of defense all working together. I will take this Malaise. This is... Maybe I should take Skewer. Let's think about it before I finish that other thought. So Catalyst number 2 is just kind of griefing. It's a bad play. It seems cool, but it's gonna be tough. Skewer is good. I'm gonna take Malaise here. I would take Skewer if our boss was Slime Boss, but I'm going to take Malaise because Malaise does very well in the Hexaghost. Skewer is good though, I would take Skewer if it shows up again. I think that if I use the point system, I think that Catalyst is like a point, on a scale of 1 to 5, how much does this add to the deck? I think that Catalyst adds like a +1 more or less. Skewer is probably like a +3, and then I think Malaise is like a +3.5, if you want to look at it like that. On that scale as well, by the way, there are negatives, like there are cards that I can add and say this adds negative value. It's a very arbitrary scale, I understand that, but you know, it's just kind of a way to visualize it. All 3 of those cards are good, but Malaise I think is the best. Hey, first try. Wow. Thank you. I'll Smith here because we got that on the first hit. I'm gonna go ahead and Smith Malaise right away. I was saying something before all of this, but I dropped whatever I was saying. It is gone from my brain. It is okay. Oh, right, I remember what I was saying. I was talking about how this game's different than Monster Train. That's right. I compare a lot to Monster Train because I've played a lot of Monster Train, as I'm sure you're well aware if you're watching me right now. But the game has a lot of similarities, but they're also both, like, Monster Train is a very different game than Slay the Spire, of course. But it's very, like, it's almost jarring is the word I would use, perhaps. But I have to build a deck, like, 1 Deadly Poison isn't enough, where in Monster Train, if you have one of a card that is going to be your core game plan, like one of, I mean, shit, I'll use the example from a recent run. I had 1 Razor Sharp Edge, and using that 1 Razor Sharp Edge, I just removed a bunch of the cards that were less good and upgraded it. And then that was my plan. I buff units through Razor Sharp Edge. And then I duplicated it, and then I went boom. Easy. In this game, it's more like I have 1 Deadly Poison and I need like 2 or 3 more sources of poison, and then the Catalyst can cash in, right? Sort of how it works there. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Dagger Throw is okay. If we use that point system, I think that these cards are all like, they're between 0 and 1 in terms of value. They add a little bit. Prepared might just be a flat 0. I kind of want to try messing around with taking Prepared more often, and then as just a I take this and then sometimes it makes something cool happen sort of card. Backflip number 2 is kind of weird without energy. Dagger Throw is upfront damage. I'm okay with adding Dagger Throw and then not taking any more upfront raw damage. I think that that's the line there. I just always disagree. I don't want to take a curse for 150 gold. It's just not worth it. So Juzu Bracelet's nice. Sundial's pretty nice as well. Sundial makes me wish I took that backflip, however, it is too late for that. I'm interested. How is another elite? It's really bad if we fight sentries. I think we're really bad in the sentries. Malaise is poor against them. Poison is bad. We have no AoE. Gremlin now is probably okay, but I'm not going to coin flip it. Remember when I said we have no AoE? Just more proof that this game listens to you. Yeah, send that away. I'm gonna go ahead and just play aggressively here. I'm maybe even gonna Distilled Chaos, although our damage taken is reasonably low. It's only gonna be around 9. Excuse me while I take a little sip of my water here. Yeah, we're gonna take a reasonably... 9 is an okay amount to take here, especially considering our lack of any form of AoE in this build currently. We're missing Noxious Fumes or Corpse Explosion for sure. Those cards one of those would be ideal. If I don't see either of those, it's gonna get to be a little messy, but I'm sure we can work something out. Sundial's leaving off at 2. And by I'm sure we can work something out, I mean we're probably gonna die in a horrible fiery death explosion. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep doing this points rating system for as long as I remember to, because I like it a lot. It kind of helps me evaluate how I feel about the cards. So I think that Choke is our first card that gets to take a negative score. I think Choke is like a -2 to this deck. I think that this is a card that just hurts you when you draw it in this run. So it's not Choke. Acrobatics is like, it's a negative, but it's slightly negative, and this is a card that's this is a card that shows the flaw of evaluating cards on a points-based system. Acrobatics is a negative now, but the caveat to it is there is a possibility that Acrobatics eventually becomes good. At a certain point, if we get enough energy generation in some way, Acrobatics becomes a card that you're very happy to have. I've never had a run like that though. I'm gonna take Prepared. I think Prepared is just a 0, and I want to try taking Prepared a few more times and seeing if it makes any difference whatsoever. I'm interested to see. I would prefer to not take 18 here. The split number is 35. Below 35 he splits, so we have to get him to 34, which we're definitely not doing here. We can do 14, which would be 38. So it's closer than you may think, but not close enough. Play it like this. The Catalyst is basically just Deadly Poison right now, but we hope that at some point along the line it becomes better than that. Didn't actually run the numbers on this split, I just kind of went, yeah, this is probably good. It's not going to get much better than that anyway. 7. I wonder if there was ever a time in Slay the Spire's life cycle where poison carried over on the splits. I think that would be interesting. I think Backflip is just a better version of Acrobatics. It's another thing. How often is draw 3, discard 1 better than gain 5, block, draw 2? I feel like Backflip's just better. Expertise is bad. We do not have the energy to make use of Expertise, of course. Backflip number 2 is okay. I don't mind adding a little more defense to this. Yeah, I think that's right, actually. I was gonna make a case for Bane, but I've taken multiple upfront damage cards now. I'm interested in taking some more defense. The problem with this run, and what leads to what is the untimely demise of a majority of my silent runs, is we're not really coming up with an actual reasonable plan for this run right now. And it's not like I'm sitting here going, well, I just don't know what to do while the game shows me a bunch of good options. I'm just kind of like surviving, getting chipped out by a bunch of combats. And we're gonna hope. If I do Strike Catalyst, it's 20. So I'm going to use this potion. Even in our best case of draw there, which is Survivor. I guess if I do Survivor, I'd be taking 1. But so I could have backflipped first. If I backflip first there, like if I think that turned out all the way, I could walk away with that poison potion in hand. But I got what is arguably a better potion anyway, so. Setup I think is a negative. Sneaky Strike did take Prepared. I guess Acrobatics is sometimes better when you're trying to play discard because it adds it adds another way to discard into your deck, which is something. So I should contribute that or add that to the list of positives about acrobatics over backflip. I don't think Sneaky Strike is right with only 2 ways to discard in the deck. I don't really like this card even in a discard setup. You just, like, it's only 10 damage. It's not really that good. Setup is bad. If you think that Outmaneuver is a tough card because next turn is very far away, Setup is on the bottom of your deck. Or, oh, is it on the top? It's on the top. Sorry, I'm mixing it up. So Setup is a next turn card with the benefit of sometimes you can draw it on this turn. But you're paying 1 energy for that and also a draw. There's a lot of asterisks to why Setup works out. I'm gonna go Caltrops because it's good against Hexaghost, and there's a lot of specific combats where Caltrops is just gonna win. I could just die. I could just press that button and die right there. I will transform a strike into Reflex. Okay. Looks like we're playing discard. I'm gonna try smithing here. I think I can get away with it. I'm gonna upgrade the catalyst. Force poison no matter what. But I think I can get away with this upgrade because we should do really well into Hexaghost. I think he does 0 here, right? Yeah. The music in this game is pretty good. It's been a while since I've listened to this game's music, to be honest. Spire has some nice music, though. I will give it to him. It's a longer combat, so we hold the catalyst. Although I did, maybe one of them. No, I think what I did there was correct. I think it's better to just draw the cards and get the deck cycling, because then I don't have to deal with those burns on this time around either. We have a lot of draw in this deck, I didn't realize. I do want to play Deadly Poison, like it's very important for our long term that I play Deadly Poison here. I'm accepting 4 damage for it, and I think that it's very much so required. If we're lucky here, we hit Deadly Poison off the top. Nah, still worth it to look. I think we're good here. The cards we got contribute a lot to killing Hexaghost. Malaise in particular just made this combat kind of free. I am talking as if it's over. There is still time for Disaster to strike, of course. But that time, the window is closing very rapidly on Hexaghost's time to kill. Like it's this turn. Yeah. Alright. Good fight. Good fight. Like really, really, really good fight, I gotta say. Oh yeah, I didn't even acknowledge the relics we got, by the way. We got Frozen Egg, Juzu Bracelet, Sundial. Didn't even acknowledge these. I'm sorry, it's late, and I am not feeling the greatest. I hope you will bear with me. But we got Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain 2 energy. Juzu Bracelet, normal enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. And Frozen Egg, whenever you add a power card into your deck, upgrade it. That's why all of our powers that have shown up have been upgraded. And then Matryoshka, which is just next to non-boss chests, have an extra relic. So Burst is good. After Image is okay. It's a little better because we have Prepared. We give After Image like a +1 because of Prepared. Then we knock it a point because of Malaise. That's basically it. Neutralize gives it a little extra as well, I suppose. And I guess knock it 1 for Reflex as well. So it's like, it's kind of even. I think that Envenom is interesting, but I do not have any multi-striking cards. I want to try After Image here. I want to see if After Image is good. And I'm skipping the energy potion. Another runic pyramid run? It's really awkward, but we do have the prepared. Yeah, I'm down to give it a shot. I'm down to give it a shot, yeah. Okay. I have the prepared. The thing that really pushed me over the edge on runic pyramid here is the prepared. I'm very happy for it to be here. This flame elite is probably our best chance to knock one out. This is in a good spot. Well, it does have a combat right after it, but then we get to go to a rest. Or maybe 2 combats. I still think it's in a good spot. We get to this shop. What about this right path, though? I mean, any path that starts with 4 combats into a rest site into an elite is a little tough. But we do get... It's 2 fires, 1 elite, basically. You have to go through it quite a bit. It's 5 combats. My mistake. I might have said 4. And then this path does look really nice. Like, this seems like the way I want to go. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna go with it because it seems right. So after image costs us 1 energy at the start of each combat, and in return we get some block. 18, so we're taking 10. I'm willing to distilled chaos this. That was really bad. Yeah. That was awful. It was, it played Ascender's Bane, Catalyst, and Strike. That is rough. And it struck the wrong target, too. Very tough. Very, very tough. The cracks in this run are going to start to show through very prominently, I believe. The cracks being that this run does almost nothing well. I'm gonna try and get this money. I don't want this guy to run. Although I am going to be taking some damage for it. It would appear. Like deadly poison. I'm taking 2. It is costing me both of my potions as well, which is awkward and unfortunate. I get energy when I play this quick strike. I'm going to always redraw and get energy, so I may as well do it now. Alright. I mean, if we get some potions here, it's good. Unlikely to. Oh, yeah, we got one. Cool. Acrobatics is terrible now. We do not want much more draw with Runic Pyramid. These cards are both pretty bad. Dagger Spray is good, though. We're missing AoE. This is AoE. It's the beta art. Okay. I've never understood this one. Like, it's obviously something shooting knives. I just don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh, is that maybe supposed to be a target dummy? I'm gonna take Dagger Spray for the AoE. Don't forget we have the Juzu bracelet for... Strike to bite, huh? I've removed too many strikes, I think, for this to be valuable. I'm not interested. Remove a card is good. Go ahead and remove Strike. Strike is a very bad card for our run now. When you get Runic Pyramid and progress into Act 2, Strike really starts to become something that you want to not have. There's the Prepared doing great work. My oh my. I'll just go ahead and take it. I need dexterity. I need something. I don't know. At the rate that we're going right now, I'm just going to get chipped away at by every combat until I eventually waste away and die. Which is not ideal. I want to not play Backflip. I have After Image on. I actually, to check if I had a... I went to look in the upper left to look at the current effects because I've played Monster Train recently. It's kind of funny. 12 will reduce. Play Defend and then just malaise him for 2. It's pretty close. Every time I take Runic Pyramid, I feel like I say the same thing, but I think that this run looks a lot better if we survive and get energy. I think that that's a long shot, surviving and getting energy. But I do think that this run looks better if I do that. It also looks better if I stop taking 2 damage for free like that. I thought he was doing 2 times 2. I just misread that number completely. That one's on me. It's tough though. I always feel very hopeless on my silent runs. Yeah, I don't even know what it is that I need to be finding. I'm still looking for it though. Riddle with holes, expertise, backflip. So card draw is worthless. I'm not even gonna talk about card draw anymore. I don't want card draw. So do I want riddle with holes? The answer to that question is nah, because I'm already having trouble playing enough cards as it is. Adding something with 2 energy into this mix is gonna be a real sticky situation. Now, I've put myself on a path where I basically have to fight this Flame Elite, or else I just go on this path and die. Yeah, this is tough. I'm gonna need something big here. This is pretty big. Okay, so let me set up, and let's talk about all of the options that are shown to us here, because there's a lot of really good ones. Die is AoE and its big upfront burst, which is very nice. Heal Hook is okay. I haven't even acknowledged what boss it is. It's Collector. Okay. Heal Hook's good, but it's not great. It's just kind of okay. It's a neutral card, right? Ideally, it's just enemy is weak. Play it. Play it and it replaces itself and triggers after image once, which is okay. Cloak and Dagger's okay as well. 6 block, better than defend by 1, and it adds another 1 block through Shiv, which is kind of nice. Deflect is good. It's just 0 energy, 5 block, thanks to after image, and it's free, so when we draw it, it's not going to clog up our hand. And of course, upgraded Noxious Fumes is insane. And then we got the Relics, Bag of Marbles is whatever, Ancient Tea Set's kind of nice, and I'm going to buy a membership card. Right, if we were to apply the point system, most of these cards would end up, like, Heal Hook's like a 0.5 positive, I think Die is like a +2, I think Cloak and Dagger and Deflect are both around +2.5 maybe, in terms of value, and then I think Noxious Fumes is just a 5. And then Relics, same thing, they all add something, but membership card I can buy, and then I can buy Noxious Fumes for 20 gold. And we have the membership card for the future, and I can even afford a card removal. How about it? I hope the point system makes sense. It's just kind of a way for me to, because something that I can feel myself doing is like, oh, well, Die is pretty good here when I put it like that. And it is. Like, Die is a good card to add to this deck. Deflect is a good card. Cloak and Dagger is a good card. But these things are better, I feel like. This is what I'm believing anyway. I'm not even going to think about smithing. I'm going to rest. It's time to get blasted by Book plus Strength. Oh, it's Gremlins plus Strength. But I have Dagger Spray. I'm going to Power Potion. Well-laid plans. I'll take Footwork. I wanted to Power Potion just in case. This is scary. I'm just gonna say, I'm afraid. I feel fear. The backflip here. I can't kill you. I can kill you. I'm going to Dagger Spray. He'll gain 4 strength, so he'll do 12. I did not count my energy very well. That is a very silly way to take a lot of damage I should not have. Why do I think this strike was free? I don't know, but that's not a good one. That's a really bad... Am I just dead off of that, actually? That's wild how bad that is. Time to try and make amends for that mistake. Ooh, buddy. Oh, I should have held that strike maybe, but if I hold that strike, this is 42, it's like 59. It's really bad. No matter how you slice it, this looks really rough. I did it to myself, though. It's okay. I got the deadly poison. We survived, but this is a lot of damage because I just didn't count my energy properly. Spent a little time earlier in the run counting energy and like double counting and recounting and things like that. And yeah, I'm just this combat where it actually matters, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna not count or think in any manner. Okay. This is a run now, though, that I think has most of what it needs to survive. I would like to add to this run one footwork, just one footwork, and then I think that we have all of that, all of what I would ask for on the run. 12 damage goes here, 6 damage here. I'll just hold on to these. The longer the combat goes where I'm not getting blasted on a turn, the better off we are. But holding those cards was a good thing to do, just in case, basically. I can reflex. Sure. You're dead next round, more or less. Pretty close, anyway. Don't swing? Sick. I've been very lucky. I was very lucky. I was very, very fortunate on this combat. Slightly different draw order and I would have died from my mistakes. However, that's okay. We move past mistakes. Everyone makes them. I don't feel like I need another source of weak. I do need more poison, but the long con with Noxious Fumes is okay for now. I don't think I need Poison Stab, and Bane, I don't want Bane. I can't afford to pay 1 energy for this card. I think that this is a skip because I think that these cards are negative for the run. Poison Stab is maybe close to a positive, but I think it starts to fall down below 0 pretty quickly. But they're all pretty close to or slightly below 0 in my mind right now. It's like Sucker Punch is just a bad draw. It's basically just strike. Poison Stab is something. It's 3 poison, but 3 poison isn't going to mean much against later combats. It doesn't really even mean much at this point. So it's just, is Bane worth it at 20 damage? And it's a pretty consistent 20 damage, to be fair. Targeted 20 damage. When you put it like that, actually, I think it might be targeted 20 damage, and then I don't take any more attacks. I think that that is worth it, though. Being able to just target an enemy for 20 seems pretty good, though. Maybe I'll be wrong. Centurion first. Okay. We're chilling. We are no longer chilling. I do just have to play Noxious Fumes, I feel like. It's just kind of doomed if I don't. Play Survivor. Strength up or strength down doesn't really feel like it matters that much. I'm gonna toss a backflip here because I don't want to play it. Put the malaise here. 25. I will throw the weak potion as well. I'm doing everything in my power to maintain my health in some capacity. Trying to not dip too low. Trying to stay above the oops, one bad combat and now I'm dead sort of scenario. Is she gonna heal? She isn't gonna heal. The reason I didn't play Bane there, it made sense in my head, but then when I say it out loud, you're gonna go, oh, well that's stupid. You're a dumb fool. Yeah, you're right. But I didn't play Bane because I was thinking if I didn't hit him for enough damage, like in my mind, I think that the way the healing on this combat works. But if you don't know, by the way, the way that this combat determines if the Mystic is going to heal or not is based on how much health or how much damage they've taken. If one of them is below 20 Or if one of them is 20 health below their max health, then she'll heal. Otherwise, she'll strength when she does her buff. However, that's determined at the start of the round, not when she casts. Sometimes I forget that, though. I think if I take another power, it's just doomed. This deck is... 3 powers already is enough to make me feel uncomfortable with how long our lead time is. And Venom doesn't add enough for me to take it either. Poison Stab we've talked about, Card Draw we've talked about. Can dodge an elite if I go right, but I have to wait for the fire, but I'm gonna have to fight a regular combat anyway. Bottled Flame. Is there an attack I would put in my starting hand? Nah, I'm fine to take the Sapphire Key. At this point I am just doing these runs as if they're heart runs, and that's okay with me. I mean, at this point they are heart runs, to be fair. Whether or not I get to the heart is a different matter, but I am pathing into the Flame Elite and such. Even though I don't necessarily mean to, it's just kind of reflex, honestly. I'm not actively thinking, oh yeah, this is a run where I'm gonna go to the heart, this is a run where I'm not gonna go to the heart. It's just kind of like, I've done so many runs of this game where I try to kill the heart. It's weird not to try and kill the heart. To me, anyway. I play one Caltrops, and then I play the backflip, and it cycles the deck, so the days mean less now. Because they're being put into the deck of 10 cards instead of a deck of 0 cards. Which is... better. Draw in case we hit Survivor. Nice. Puts you at 1 damage taken here. Then I think I kill him next turn. Do I kill you this turn? 14 and... what is this? 36? 50... I can do 59? See if that's right. That is right. Cool. Good work. Good work. Good work. Good combat. Every combat where I don't get absolutely smashed is a good combat. I'm gonna take Tactician here. So Poison Stab again I'm not taking. The Dash is interesting, but the energy problems, I don't want to add 2 cost cards to this deck. I have enough discard, plus the fact that I'm retaining all my cards. I can take Tactician here. Really something I'm not used to in terms of a run, but I'm kind of playing around discarding a little bit. No big payoffs out of it, but I'm getting little minor benefits out of it, which is nice. Upgrade. Maybe Dagger Spray, maybe Neutralize, and maybe Prepared. This one's not great. I'm gonna go Neutralize. You may make a different choice there. You might be correct. I do kind of want to take this Elite. I shouldn't, though. I do not want to take Shame. Sorry, brother. Okay, so we have the membership card, which means that this shop is a lot more affordable. Let's think of each of these choices real quick. So, Flying Knee. Energy is actually not bad, but I don't want to be playing Flying Knee. It's sort of free, but I don't want to be paying 1 energy for it, I don't think. Setup is a little bit better since we have Runic Pyramid now from the last time. Well-Laid Plans is worthless. Sucker Punch is not good. I do like the 15 gold Cloak and Dagger here. It's worth 8 block for 1 energy, which is pretty good. We upgraded, it becomes 9 block, and the 4 damage is negligible, but it's not completely negligible. So I'm gonna buy Cloak and Dagger. And I think I'm gonna buy Card Removal. Get rid of this last strike. I had some people tell me that they thought that I did not on the YouTube, but when I was playing this game on stream, I had people tell me that they thought that I didn't remove enough cards, so I'm trying that out as well, where I remove more and more strikes every run. Try and make it a bit more of a priority. I'm gonna go Deadly Poison. I'm gonna go Deadly Poison here. And I'm going to rest. Alright. So we get our free setup round. Should draw first. Okay. We get our free round. I might have wanted to pop the strength potion here. Probably should have. I'm going to now. I should have done it last turn, you are correct. However, better late than never. I always say. Yeah. Noxious Fumes, plus the strength I can just blow right through these torch heads. Right, it's gonna be... Your time is short. We have 22 coming at us. Okay. It's 11. That's alright. It's sustainable at least. Can play Dagger Throw for free. I think I will. Is it a good time to malaise? I think it's not. I think I wait and I malaise next turn after the You Are Mine. I'm going to start throwing defense out of the hand though. Okay, what are we doing here? You're buffing yourself. That's good. It's a good turn to malaise. We get the full value on the strength down. 24 is not that bad. After Image is not affected by the frailty as well. Very nice. This is a lot of damage though. I was looking for and found the Survivor. And I can even prepare. That triggers the Sundial. Wow. I'm glad that I followed through here. We got a lot of value out of that. Being able to play that Deadly Poison and full block that turn is crazy good. Okay, I do not have a discard card in hand, but we're getting close to a deck that just cycles through itself really quickly here. If I add in a few more like prepareds and the like. This is the turn, by the way. I've been thinking and thinking, and I believe this is our Catalyst turn. If I Catalyst here, we go to 69 poison and the run is over, or the fight's over next turn, or the turn after at the very latest. And we'll see which one it is here. But yeah, with Runic Pyramid, I could see this run reaching a point where we play enough cards, right, to just kind of cycle through the deck forever. I can't kill you here, right? So we're gonna barely escape with our hide. Just barely we're gonna escape by 7 HP. Thankfully I rested and did not grieve. And that's good. Right on. Liquid Bronze is cool. Die is a little late now. I think that this card does fall off going into Act 3 and start to become a liability. Malaise number 2 is cool. However, with where this deck is going and where this run seems to be heading, I'm gonna take Adrenaline and I'm gonna try this like draw and discard a lot sort of setup. So I believe that energy is good here. However, I personally do not like playing with Runic Dome because in the past people have told me that they think Runic Dome makes the game a little harder to watch, and I agree. I think it's less fun to watch someone play this game with Runic Dome because it's like, well, it's like watching half of a, or listening to half of a phone call, right? I don't like it for that reason. I think it is a negative impact on how the run is for the viewer. Also, then I don't have to go, well, I think he's gonna do this, and then when I predict wrongly, I get to go, I am a fool. So, Calling Bell, the curse that it gives, will sit in our hand forever. And that's fine. It's basically defend. And Sacred Bark is okay, but I don't really have the potions. I'm gonna go Calling Bell. Okay. Bronze Scales is nice, Meat on the Bone is very good, and Wing Boots is variable. Time Lord. So I want to make the best use of Wing Boots that I can. So we want to hit this. Probably over to here. And then we just use Wing Boots to do... Well, if I'm going to jump over to here, I just do this, right? And I can use Wing Boots if we're in a bad spot to jump off of this path and go to relative safety. Yeah, okay, that's going to be the plan. Go up the left side for the Fire Elite Fire. Although there's a Fire Elite Fire on the right side as well that's in an even... Oh yeah, wait, the right side's way better. You see this? Fire Elite Fire, and then we have Fire or Elite with Wing Boots, and then we can jump back. Yeah, I'm gonna go right path actually. We made it to Act 3, I've said in the past, I'll say it now as well. I think that any run that makes it to Act 3, in my book, it is a good run. It's a run that I am happy with. It is I'm happy with making it to Act 3. I don't have to win for myself to feel like this is a successful run. Against a different boss, I may have died on the first floor and on the second floor. However, that doesn't matter on this one. I think that my choices in the early game led to a very smooth crushing of Hexaghost. My choices being get Malaise. It was a very difficult choice, but I decided on this run to just get Malaise. I know, brave. It's hard. It really is hard, but I decided I would add the good card to my deck. And I would get the video game to give me the good card, and then I would click on it. Difficult. However, I put myself through these sacrifices for your entertainment only. Meaning aside, you know. It was close. I think there was a case for the other card there, which was Skewer. Skewer would not have been the worst take. Either. Regardless. Slice doesn't seem like the take. Poison Stab, again, I kind of want to take Distraction, but it always lets me down. Except for when I take it as the Watcher. There's a shop in the next room. I'd rather not, because 106 gold actually does buy me something here. Or I can use Wing Boots to dip over here. I don't like that though. Chemex. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Let's go through them all real quick. Gamble's pretty cool, actually. It lets us reroll our bad hand into something better, which is good with Runic Pyramid. Finish is pretty bad. Heel Hook is okay. Backflip's pretty bad. Panache is pretty bad. Jack of all trades, pretty bad. Gamble's interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and take Chemex. Even though I only have one card that this works with it so well. That one card, if you're playing along at home, is Malaise. And it is a very big works with. It is very, very good as a combo. What a tough start. So this is... it's +2. So I play this and it does 5. Oh, but he already had weakness. And weakness interacts strangely with strength down. Okay. I'm with it now. I understand. I need the energy. I have fumes out, right? Yeah, okay. Triple some poison. This will do... Oh, Bane does it. Okay. Not terrible. I probably could have taken 0 on that, or a little closer to 0 if I had played a little smarter. Outmaneuver actually, at this point in this run, I think I'm going to pick Outmaneuver. I know. But what Outmaneuver does is I play it on a turn where I'm like, I have 9 cards in hand, and I'm going to play like 3 of them. And then on the next turn, I just empty my entire hand, right? I think that that's really good here. So I'm going to give Outmaneuver its time. It's Outmaneuver Plus as well. And I do think Gambler's Brew is worth. We'll just fight the boss, right? There's a... Normality's really bad. I'll just take the rare relic. It's the Gordian. Hello, Gordian. Outmaneuver also combos pretty nicely with Malaise here. He's gonna hit me with Destroy, 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 of course. His classic catchphrase. Am I able to get blasted by the Guardian? Wouldn't that be something? I'm gonna go ahead and Malaise at 6 here. Actually, I'll play the defend first. There we go. I'm not doing the strength down and weakness math with the Chemex. I cannot be bothered at this point. It's far too late for me to do thinking of that caliber. Please do not be ridiculous. It's good for me to press end turn, actually. Throw the defend out. But if I press end turn, he does get to do this. There's one way that you can like trigger his split. Okay, so it was actually better for me to not press end turn. What's the way that you trigger his form change without him getting to take his turn? Like he has to take a turn while he's in the form to set up and do the form change moves? I'm trying to think of how you do that, but I do not know. I think it's if he phase changes while hitting you through thorns, it happens. Is what I believe I'm thinking of. I'll try and... never mind, he's dead. Alright. Goodbye. We're gonna have 11 thorns going into wherever I want to have 11 thorns. Bouncing Flask is not very useful here. It is more poison, but we have all the poison generation I feel like we need with Catalyst and the Noxious Fumes. We just have to survive. Dodge and Roll doesn't add much. If I had Dexterity, I would take Dodge and Roll, but without Dexterity, I feel bad about this card. Flying Knee I don't feel like is worth it. Outmaneuver is +2 energy on the next turn. Flying Knee is just a neutral when you look at it in terms of how much the card costs. So I will go here, and I will Smith, or... I like the Tactician upgrade, actually. I'm not having trouble discarding them. Oh, Nemesis. Yeah, playing and discarding these cards is not difficult right now. Maybe I should have played more on that turn, actually. It's possible that it was better, too. And by possible, I mean it's pretty likely. Just press end turn like this now. Too bad we don't have Ice Cream. Ice Cream would be nice on this one. I would... But is there a run where Ice Cream wouldn't be nice? It's never a bad thing to have, right? It's like... what's the other one that it's like... Trying to think. Calipers. Calipers is the other one. Where you're never gonna have a run where you go, oh, Calipers is just worthless here. Calipers is always at least okay. Was really hoping to hit a little better there. Was hoping to hit something. This is gonna hurt. The something I was hoping to hit was actually the, we didn't need to do that, actually, in hindsight. I was hoping to hit... Whoop. Sorry, I accidentally clicked off the screen instead of clicking my draw pile. I was hoping to hit Tactician. That's what I was hoping to hit. Played Bane Catalyst here. Actually, I'll play Outmaneuver instead. Please don't 45 me. Oh, tragic. Okay. It's not so bad. We have a lot of energy to work with here thanks to the Outmaneuver. Like, we dump our hand on an important turn. That was the whole idea, right? And then I just draw 3 burns. That is unfortunate. 6 damage though isn't bad. The meat on the bone heals us as well. Don't forget to thank your local meat on the bone. I'm just gonna end turn at 5 cards in hand here. Although maybe I should have backflipped. Dude, he's just absolutely fucking me. What the hell? I played a malaise on him and then he just hit me with he's just ruining me. God, Nemesis, please stop. Please. I beg you. The way Nemesis works in continuing to pretend like there's some sort of learning to be had from these runs is just Nemesis is a straight up 33% on each of his moves, I believe, although this might be wrong, come to think of it. I think that it's just 33% on each of his moves, and he can't do any move twice in a row. And I think the other one is he can't attack more than 3 times in a row. Something like that. So he basically just, once he got in the pattern there, it was a coin flip every time for him to break out of that pattern and give me one good round, and he did not. I don't like any of these cards here. Moral of the story there, Nemesis kind of got me good. Warpaint's fine. Upgrade 2 is cool. Do I want to dip into another elite? Nah, I'll just take an extra campfire. I'm gonna make use of these wing boots now so that I actually get some value out of them. Prepared is feeling like a good upgrade, I gotta say. Can use more discard. This deck doesn't kill anything fast. I should not take this. If I take that, I just get blasted into the stratosphere by those guys. I'm gonna go for this elite here, I feel. How bad could it be? Hello. That's a big head. I wonder what they say about guys with big heads. That's it, that's the end of this one. No further questioning at this time. 34 damage. I am effectively in a race here, in a deck that is just survive and slow ramp, so, you know. It's not looking the greatest. But maybe if we just pool our energy for this next turn, which is this turn, I can then do something good here. Or I'm going to not have a way to discard Tactician, I'm going to feel like a fool. You're going to type, haha, what a fool. And that's it. That's the end. Don't type anything else. I'll know if you type something else, even if you don't press enter. We are immune to weak here, which is nice, but the downside is that our time is short. Soon we shall retire from this mortal coil. Need to do that, I think. Malaise isn't that useful. I'm gonna do it here with Chemex for 3 and 3. Just call that good. Okay. So this is our Catalyst turn for sure. If I were paying slightly closer attention, I would have played Deadly Poison first, so I had the choice to, or the chance to draw it. It probably would not have made a difference, but sometimes it makes a difference that's really meaningful. Sometimes it's the difference between life and death here. Play it like this. We have to survive like 5 turns here. Ooh, buddy. This is gonna be rough. I think this is the end. My hubris is my downfall. I do not believe it. You'll never believe what kills me in this Slay the Spire episode. Me? I don't believe it. I did this to myself? No way. Goodbye. We can maybe hold on here. When I say maybe, I mean I'm actually just not sure if I hold on here. We hold on here. And we live. Not today, giant head. I'm gonna go ahead and try to draw through real quick. Worth a shot. If I'd hit tag, no, there was no way. It's worth a shot there though. The boo. Worth. Escape plan is just useful. However, it's not useful now. It's actually too late for escape plan because we have Time Lord impending over us and the heart soon after. I'm going to skip. And we hop on back over here and rest up. And that's the end of Wing Boots. Wing Boots did well enough. Some pretty tough combats here. This is also a scary one. Transient scares me. We're very worried. However, I'm getting actually like crazy value out of the boot because all of my attacks do less than 5 as it turns out. An unbelievable amount of boot value. I wonder if that's what this episode is titled. It's exciting because you know what this episode's titled, and I know what this episode's titled now, but or like now in the future, but right now currently, as in me of the present. I have no idea what I titled this episode. It could be anything. I really have no idea what I'm going to title it either. It's hard. Coming up with episode titles. It's not easy. Looking okay here. I'm thinking I hold off, I catalyst next turn, and then we should be more or less done. Play this in case of Tactician. No Tactician, but it's fine. Because if I hit Tactician there, then I can play Outmaneuver, which is nice, but yeah. I remember at the start of this episode I said something to the effect of I am yet to see a run where Outmaneuver really blows me away. I don't know if I would say it's blowing me away here, but it is doing pretty well in this specific circumstance. I will give it up. Go ahead and just play that for 36, and then hit him with the malaise for the rest of the combat. That should more or less take us to the end here. 2 more rounds. Under 45 is all we have to drop into. Poison does really well into the transient. As it turns out, so do Spikes, because he's losing a lot of his attack passively, without me having to add anything. Now that we have all the poison. Alright, well Ghost in the Jar is better than Gambler's Brew. I'll take Deflect. I was talking about it earlier, I think it is good. And I will recall. We made it to the end of Act 3, which is a huge success. However, I also feel like this is just luck, and I'm about to get smashed. Oh, I'm about to get smashed. What the hell? Probably should have backflipped there. I should have backflipped for sure instead of playing Quick Slash. I'm very tired. That's all I can say. I'm very tired right now. I debated on if I should record this episode or not, but I've been having this debate every night for a little while now of like, it's gonna be really late when I finish this episode and I'm gonna be very tired. I am now very tired. I am looking forward to going to bed. However, I must first see this one through to its end. And the end is coming quickly. Someone is just doing a lot of damage and beating my ass. I am keeping an eye on the counter, by the way. I might need to Ghost in a Jar here to even have a chance. This is 11. I need to Ghost in the Jar here. I'll play Bane. It's between Bane and Dagger Throw there. So I'm gonna Malaise for 9. That's pretty good. Got an end turn. He finally gave me a turn off, which is very, very kind of him. Yeah, that looks a little easier to handle. I can't play no cards, but I can come pretty close to playing no cards. Which means that we can just sit here, let the poison ramp up, and then hit the big catalyst, right? As long as he doesn't put a threat down, I just press enter. And that's our strat here. Eventually, I am going to have to play cards. However, as long as we can wait to stop the phase switches, the better we are. Yeah, I'm just chilling. He does purge poison as well, which is annoying. I should keep that in mind. But we're just chilling. What is it? It's 240? Oh, he will do a foolish on the next turn. Yeah. Okay. I might be able to kill him, actually. 7 cards, 200 damage. Catalyst accounts for 75 of it, which is not enough to kill him, actually. I think that he clears all debuffs, by the way, so I do lose my strength down on him, unfortunately. It's like, it is actually like playing Adrenaline Plus if you upgrade Reflex and Tactician and discard them both. I didn't realize. It's kind of funny. But he is gonna full heal here. Or not full heal, but he heals to half. Hold this, I'm gonna need it to rebuild. Hold that, I'm gonna need it as well. Go ahead and get rid of the slime and then the dagger throw. Outmaneuver would have been good. Does he clear it? He does clear it. Okay, that's what I thought. Malaise plus Chemex though, putting in some good work there. I should be dead here. 9 times 3? Maybe not. Maybe we can survive 9 times 3. I've been doomsaying for a little while on this run, I will say. I feel like I'm pretty dead in the water here, but maybe through some sort of unbelievable miracle, we'll pull through. I get 1 card next turn. Please don't kill me. I'm asking you nicely. Don't put me down. Oh, it's tough. 24. I am dead. Never mind. Doomed. I did it to myself by playing so many cards that turn. I was just kind of... I feel like... With... yeah, just not a good play. I was hoping for an out, but I think I put myself in a position where there was none. And... yeah, that sucked. That was a really bad idea. I was just trying to minimize damage taken because it was a kind of a catch-22, I guess, because even trying to just save the 2 or 3 health is worth it because we have to fight a whole nother boss after that. But that was a good run. I feel like that run was mostly just good luck and a lot of heavy lifting by Runic Pyramid. Runic Pyramid's pretty nuts. But yeah, cool run. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.